All right. Call this meeting to order on September 16th at 7:01 p.m. Establish a quorum of Ken Nyquander, Jeff Howard, Todd Summers, Jerry Stevens, and our bookkeeper also present, this is Nancy Pepper.
So we have to have a public.
Yeah, and this is to have a public hearing to discuss Medina County ESD number 2 proposed tax rate and budget. Recognized citizens, and is there anyone, it's only Debbie, is this when you want to talk during this or during our regular meeting?
I want to talk to you both.
Okay.
Both. You know that I can't be quiet.
I want the
say what
cake
you're
and
gonna
eat it
say.
too.
Then I would, are you ready?
Sure, if you're ready for me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you all know, I'm Debbie Randall, here in Devine. I'm here to talk about the tax rate going up to 10 cents per $100 value. I live on limited income. I'm retired, and I am for this raise. I know I'm gonna pay more out of my pocket, but that's how it goes. How I see it is this raise in tax rate is allowing our community to have a much better level of service from our fire and EMTs. So much more than we've had in the past. And I kind of played with the numbers. $100,000 valued house, it will cost $31.30 a year more. So $2.61 a month. For a $200,000 house, it's $62 a month more, or $5.22 a month.
A year?
A year, yes, I'm sorry, $62 a year more. For $300,000, it's $94 extra a year, which is $7.84. Pretty much it's a cup of coffee or a fancy coffee a month, and we get better service. So I'm all for us, and I am hoping that the ESD2 board goes ahead and approves the 10 cents per $100.
Thank you, Ms. Randall. No one else here, no one else signed up.
Well, they don't really have to sign up for public hearing.
That is true. This is a public hearing, and so you technically don't have to sign up if you have something to say.
Well, I'd like to add to what David said. The increase that you're talking about might be offset a little bit by the homestead exemption that you're going to get for the first time this year as well. So it won't be that big a deal for all of us that are 65. So
That's very true.
that's some little bit of a cushion.
Any other comments?
Need a haircut.
Yeah. Haven't shaved it since this morning.
And that coming from Shaggy.
Got tired of paying $15 to have him cut the edges of my head. Could never talk to Barbara to give me 50% off. If there are no more comments, I'd like a motion to adjourn the public hearing.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the public hearing.
Have a motion to adjourn the public hearing, do I have a second?
A second?
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Okay. Now, call to order our regular stated meeting for September 16th. It is 7:06 p.m. Now, again, establish a quorum. Ken Nyquander. I'm going Jeff Howard, Todd Summers, Jerry Stevens. Also superintendents as our bookkeeper.
Can we have a vote on purpose?
Once again, thanking any firefighters and citizens that are here. Go ahead and give you, just start from the beginning and give you the opportunity, Debbie, go ahead. This is not a public hearing when you signed up, so you have the right to say something on this if you'd like.
I was going to speak on another agenda item
Okay,
when
that's
it
fine.
comes up, if it's allowed.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, cool.
The minutes from August the 16th were put out by our secretary, Abigail. Everybody get an opportunity to read those, review those. Are there any,
16th and
I'm sorry,
For both.
the 19th and September the 4th, which was called. Do we have any discussion, corrections? I'll accept the motion to approve the minutes for the August 19th and September 4th meeting.
I will make a motion to approve the minutes on August 19th and September 4th as written.
Have a motion, have a second? A motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Okay, moving on to item number 5. Is consider approved possible budget amendments to the 2024-2025 budget as recommended by the board.
The first paper that you have says proposed budget amendments at the top. And we just look at the amounts that we've been over or short, and we make the adjustments as we need to. Some of these we had already passed earlier in the year, but I put them all in here because we do have to post this with the county at the clerk's office so they'll see. We're adding $100,000 to the sales tax revenue. The sales tax revenue that we had as of August is $448, and we received $35,000 for this month for September. So that would bring us up to about $480, and so we need to add another $100,000. The $85,000 is with the additional that we gave to the fire department, and then the $9,000 was for the ISO fee that we did not budget for, and we had already paid that. And then also for the website, the $3,500 for the website and the $2,000 for the buffer. We already had approved those, but I did put those in here so that we could see. It's basically a difference of a plus $500 for the whole year. So that's pretty close to what our budget was with some changes here and there.
All right, so I need to make a motion to accept the proposed budget amendment.
I make a motion that we accept the proposed budget amendments as read.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. You need that.
That's fine. Thank you. Sign it for me. I actually have another one for you to sign later.
Oh, okay. Okay, moving on to item number 6, consider and adapt the Medina County ESD number 2's proposed budget for tax year 25-26.
It's almost exactly like what you saw before. It's the next page that you had there with a 10% rate and no debt service with a collection rate of 98%. So as you can see, it increases our total taxes and with the sales tax revenue being increased $100,000. So we increase our revenue by $420,650. And then with the $900,000 that we're proposing for the new contract, it's a $580,000 increase for that. You can see the additional things we are putting in to do 2 audits for the fire department for 23-24 and 24-25. Everything else is pretty much the same. They're down under the professional fees. We added another $5,000 for the ISO for his travel back down here. There was some changes in some of the expense. There, I will call attention to, it doesn't really say that, but under office supplies, we increased it $700. It was to take care of a probable $500 for an online QuickBooks that we need to get for our ESD here. And that is an approximate cost that we have of what it will cost us to move from desktop to online. The desktop itself would cost right at $1,700, sorry, $17,000 would be terrible. So basically, it's a difference of $179,100 in our budget over the last year. But you know, you had seen all of these the figures before, just without the 900,000 in there.
All right.
But the revenue over expense would be a $293,000 balance that we have before we pay the $80,000 for a forensic audit.
Thank you, Nancy. Any discussion? Not. Accept the motion to receive the budget as presented with total revenue of $1.3 million, total expenses just a little over $1 million, and a surplus of $293 for the year.
Make a motion, we accept the proposed budget as read.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to accept the proposed budget for the tax year 25-26. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Then next we look at our taxes, the tax rate.
Okay, item number 7 is the actual process of adopting Medina County ESD's number 2025 tax rate as follows: maintenance and operating tax rate, and then approved ordinance setting tax rates.
And I gave Jeff the motion that as it needs to be read for both.
So the first one for A, the maintenance and operations, is I moved that the 2025 property tax rate for the Medina County Emergency Service District Number 2 be increased by adopting a tax rate of 10 cents per $100 valuation, which is effectively a 48.59% increase in the tax rate. 100% of taxes raised will be used to fund the maintenance and operation expenditures of the district for the next year.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
A second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carries.
Okay, Part B is approved ordinance setting the tax rates. I move we approve resolution number 2025-0-0-01, setting the 2025 ad valorem tax rate, which reads as follows. Order number 2025-0-0-1, order of Medina County Emergency Service District Number 2, State of Texas, County of Medina. On this, the 16th day of September 2025, be it known that the Board of Emergency Service Commissioners of Medina County Emergency Services District Number 2 hereby adopt by a majority vote of...
Whenever we vote, we have to put the vote in there.
Okay, so
We'll just put it in there.
Sorry,
we'll add that in
we
there.
already
already
adopted
voted.
the...
Okay.
So it was,
4 to 1.
4 to 1.
actually, we have to count you, Todd. Otherwise, you abstain, and you don't want to abstain.
No, I probably said
4.
4 to 1, 4 to 0.
4 in favor, 0
Mine's not
against.
here.
And one absence.
And 1 absent.
Yes.
The district's ad valorem tax rate for the 2025 tax year of 10 cents per $100 valuation of the appraised property within the boundaries of the district. For the Texas Tax Code 26.05, 100% of all taxes raised will be used to fund the maintenance and operation expenditures of the district for the next year. This tax rate will raise more taxes for maintenance and operations than last year's tax rate. The tax rate will effectively be raised by 64.2% and will raise taxes for maintenance and operations on a $100,000 home by approximately $42.20. Order on the 16th day of September 2025, Medina County Emergency Service District Number 2.
Thank you, Jeff. I have a motion to, any discussion? I'm sorry, I should have a second. I have a second?
A second.
Any discussion? Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries.
Got all that done.
Good job, Jeff.
Could be an
All
early
right.
night. Could be an early night.
Now that moves on to the treasurer's report.
And I'll just quickly go over this. This is as of August. Our revenue that's come in is just 5% short of what we budgeted for. $460,799 for the year in M&O taxes, $9,600 in the delinquent, and $7,700 in the penalty and interest. As I mentioned before, the sales tax revenue was at $448,000, and we will get another $35,000 in, or have received it. All of the expenses you're familiar with, there was not any changes in any of the expenses. We do have some finish-up expenses. We received the final bill from the appraisal district, which will finish out our contract for this year. So we ended the year with $438,896 revenue over expenses. You'll see the capital expenditures or the non-budget expenditures that's at the bottom. And then on the back, you'll see the INS account or debt service account. We have one more payment that comes out the 1st of September, and which will finish up the total amounts for the year. So we received $90,000, and we made payments of $86,000. We have really saved some in the interest and everything by doing that. As you can see, if you see the balance remaining, it says on the interest there's $900 left, but the principal were $6,000 ahead of what we would have been. Other than that, you'll see the payments for September, our bank account balances. We end with $506,000 in August, in a regular account, $107,000 in a money market account, and $45,000. So it makes total cash of $660,000. Again, the sales tax revenue is $35,991, and our firehouse note balance as of August was $81,687. As far as the payments, they're all the regular payments. I will note the beginning with Mesquite, those are checks that have been written for you to sign. There is the Medina County Appraisal District. Devine News for our public notices was a little high, but that was the normal. I mean, that's what everybody pays when they have that big sheet in for 2 weeks. So $1,000 for that. I encouraged Abby to, if she had any expenses, because we're constantly putting out paper and, doing stuff. So she gave me a reimbursement request for $69 for ink cartridges. I also have a reimbursement for $242. That includes where I paid for the registration for the domain name, where we had to change the domain name. It also includes a small portion, 1/8 of the cost of what I have spent for having QuickBooks. It went up so high to $900 last year that I asked for each one of my clients to try to help me a little bit with the cost of it. We do have the bill in for the labor on the shower repair from Billy Morris, which is $1,500. So all of those checks you'll be approving for.
It needs to be cleaned. It just needs to be
Yeah.
cleaned and the shower curtain needs to be installed.
Yes, I
Which I'll
think-
do with that tomorrow. This week we'll get it done.
And he said he was going to take a break for a couple of weeks, and then he'd be back starting on the next one.
Did he say that has finished that shower?
No, he said he still has the shower curtain to clean it and all that.
Because
Is there more?
there's
than
still
that?
more that has to be done.
Yes, sir. The fascia on the outside of it needs to be finished. The top rim across the top needs to be finished, and I believe it's still around the baseboard, unless he came in today while I was out here.
Well, he may have given been pressing to get done and get us to go by the end of September. So,
I'll check with him and see where it stands and then we'll take care of it.
Yes, sir.
We paid him anything yet?
I
We haven't paid him anything.
Okay.
no.
So that-
We paid for the supplies.
Right,
We
yeah.
picked those up, but
Okay,
But no labor's been paid yet.
no labor at all.
okay. Okay,
So this is the final payment that we would have to make on the
Yes.
firehouse? loan?
Actually, it's $7,000 less because the payment that was made the 1st of September was, I think it was 71, something like that, principal and about $700 interest. I was going to mention that I would recommend that we go ahead and pay that off rather than pay the interest each month. We will have, after that payment was made, just shy of $40,000 in the INS account. We need to leave some money in there because we keep that account open for the delinquent taxes that will be coming in. But we could take probably $35,000 to pay against that note out of there and then pay the balance out of the regular account, and we have plenty of money to do it. And that would save us any interest that's left for the rest of the year.
Can we make a motion for that?
No, we've got to,
I know.
get ahead of yourself. Settle down, settle down.
We gotta approve
I'm excited about that part of
the
it.
treasurer's report first.
Yeah, let's finish that. Something else on that. I forgot.
Payments on something.
I don't know now.
any discussion on the treasurer's report?
I make a motion, we accept the treasurer's report as read.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second on the treasurer's report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries.
Do y'all want to make a decision on the payment?
I think we should,
Can we incorporate that now?
Yes, it's part of the
yeah. This
treasurer's
treasurer's report paying debts.
Okay.
You want to make that?
Sure.
Since you were so excited.
Oh,
about it.
Yeah, you were so excited about that.
I make a motion that we finish paying off the firehouse note to the tune of $81,687.35.
So it's minus 7,000.
Yeah, it would be less than that.
It'll be less, but
I have a motion to make the final payment on the firehouse for approximately $81,000. Do I have a second?
Have a second.
Can I ask you to make one
Yes, ma'am.
change to be paid from both accounts?
Oh,
to
absolutely.
be,
Okay.
to be paid from the,
INS
INS.
and regular.
do you want the amounts?
No, it doesn't
To be
have
paid from the INS and MNO
just in
account?
case the bank needs to see that.
Yes.
I never know.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll second.
All right, I have a motion to pay out the remaining balance of the firehouse loan using the INS account and regular operating account. And I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Thank you.
Awesome, all about that. Been waiting for that day.
Okay, that brings us to the Devine Volunteer Fire Department.
A little bit is coming.
Yeah.
I don't have the financials.
Is that accurate?
Should.
So the statement beginning balance on the ESD account is $149,401.79. There are 66 checks and payments that cleared at $62,708.15. One deposit or credit at $32.85, leaving an ending balance of $86,726.49.
Any discussion, any questions, anyone? We can run reports.
Yes, sir. For the month of August, we had 79 calls, 65 of those being medical responses, including vehicle accidents, 14 fire responses, 5 canceled prior to arrival. Year-to-date call volume is 881. Mutual aid out of district was 1, mutual aid in district 1. and are toned out to scene times. If we're out of the stations, right at 5 minutes. If we're in the station, it's 5.7. I can go ahead and go right into the fleet report, if that's okay.
Sure.
Currently, all of our apparatuses are functioning properly. Dale and I, Jams, our EBT, honored his labor charge on, we put a new transfer case in brush truck 8120. New doesn't mean good. It lasted less than 500 miles. So Ford warranted the transfer case, he warranted his labor, so he's going back to Ford for the labor, which I think is a stand-up agreement for all parties. The heavy brush trucks, everything's operational with them. We have the 2 scene lights in for rescue and the beacon light in for engine 8120. Dalen will be installing those this week. Got the air conditioner working in engine 8120. Which is a big help. So now we got 54-degree air blowing out of it, which is comfortable. And on the bottom of that, you all saw the quotes for Morton and Morrow for the Cascade system. They range from a partial rebuild to complete brand new system. But I think after our discussion last month that we were kind of leaning, it's a 20-plus-year-old unit. Rebuilding it versus refurbishing it versus replacing it. So there's 4 different estimates there for you. And Ken, you and I looked at a couple other ones online that are kind of right there in the middle of number 2 and number 3. Ice maker, I'm not sure if it ever had a maintenance contract on it.
It used to.
It did?
It used to.
Okay.
It was with the aliens.
Oh, okay,
I
well,
think it was, but I don't know that.
I don't believe
I
so.
think it did originally.
Okay. Yeah, because I think the filter is on the back. That needs to be reevaluated or revisited. It shut down on us the other day. Kicked into defrost mode. And where the outlets are plugged in for the ice maker and the refrigerator, you can see some subsurface heat generating on that plug. So those 2 lines probably need to be separated or...
So no ice right now here in the house?
No, we got it. We just had to reset it.
Okay.
But there again, I think a maintenance, a quarter, swap the filters out once a quarter like you do in your refrigerator at your house.
You haven't been doing that?
Not to my knowledge, no, sir. I'd have to look on the dates on them to see when the last time that it was.
We originally had an agreement with Comerica, and then when that changed to the new people that are taking care of the air conditioners, I think that probably canceled out everything.
The loaner that you have,
Yes, sir.
how long have they indicated?
They're coming out to do this air sampling on it tomorrow. But we were kind of waiting on this and his techs to be back in the field. So probably the sooner that you can pull the trigger on it, the better. I don't know how many loaners they have. And we've had that one now for 4 or 5 months. Now, some of it is because they failed to get back quotes with us, so it's kind of a wash.
CAD system.
That's what I was going to ask that.
What's that?
What is this fixing?
Those are the estimates for the Cascade system.
For the
To fill the,
SCBA bottles,
SCBA
scuba bottles.
Yeah.
I think we need to hold off on that decision until.
Yeah, we got to have when you
A little oxygen?
Yeah, he used to always call them scuba bottles.
Yeah, there you go.
I won't make a decision on that yet.
Huh?
I don't want to make a decision
No,
on that
not
yet.
tonight.
You don't.
No, no.
So I have a question on the trucks.
Yes, sir.
Come up with
I've heard yes, no, and maybe. The cab system that we paid lots of money to fix, is it working or not?
No, sir.
It's
We
not
have
working.
CAS is non-operational on any of our vehicles.
Which that now?
The cabs,
Cabs.
compressed air pump system.
Home system.
They're not, none of them? I thought they were sent in for repairs a while back.
26,000 on
Again,
one,
haven't you
correct?
been- Huh?
Pardon me,
Am I
sir?
correct, there was one for 26,000? We sent
I
it in to
don't
get
know if that was
repaired?
specifically for the cabs. Since I've been here, cabs has never worked on any of these apparatus.
Yeah, but we paid to get it fixed, and then they didn't get it fixed.
I have to look.
Yeah, I don't know which,
Handy maintenance.
I don't know which
Yeah.
truck it was against, but
on the other.
I recall it was a $26,000 bill we paid out for the repair of it, and when it got back here, it still wasn't working. They said send it back.
That was my understanding, it wasn't working, but they were
gonna honor it.
warranty it
because
or honor it or whatever and send it
We
back.
just paid that money. And yet, no?
I'm not aware of that, but you said $26,000?
How long ago were we talking about this? About change in leadership? Was it before the change in leadership? It was before the
Before the
change
change, yes.
of leadership, right?
Yes.
Previous chief?
Yeah.
Oh, when Greg was still here.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I don't
Does that ring a bell to you, Nancy?
I can remember some.
Yeah.
I wish I had been nice.
We'd be able to pull it back up, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, if we made that kind of payment.
Prior minutes.
We can find it.
Question is, well, can we still send it back in if it had never went back in again?
I would say, is that something you can look into?
Yes, sir, I can look
please,
into that for you.
And
Was that done?
get back to us, and I'll have,
Since last October.
yeah. And
Yeah,
we'll
since last
have Nancy
October,
look for it too, and just put it on.
Yeah, because I'd have to get with the chief and.
Yeah, put it on the agenda for next meeting.
I can put it in the, she can probably pull it right up on the QuickBooks thing.
Yeah, get to the bottom of it, and I'll have Nancy to do the same.
But, no, sir, we do not have cabs operational on any of our, either of the engines or the rescue.
And I would think with the lack of water, that having a cab system would be beneficial in this area.
Sir, it kind of depends on who you talk to. Some people are pro cabs everywhere, and some people are been putting out water, putting out fires with water since fires began. I don't have a lot of experience with it, but I know it does have its use and its purposes for surround and drown. I think one of the pitfalls, and Chief, you correct me if I'm wrong, is the ability to decon or salvage during overhaul. But, I mean, we just have never used it here.
I think a lot of that has changed with the new detergents or the new chemicals.
Could be, sir.
Yeah, that's not an issue anymore.
Chief Powers, comments on that?
It has its uses, for sure. Very beneficial. Should be working.
On the fleet report, Scott, which of the units is the one that went through the door?
That's Rescue 8120. That's the one that seen lights are in my office on.
Okay, so we do have that, so we'll have that up.
Dalen's, I just got the beacon in on Friday, I think it was.
Okay,
So I just had him halt until I got all three lights here at the same time.
okay. So that would be
This week, sir.
this week?
Yes, sir.
All right, good.
About body damage?
Huh?
Body damage?
No body damage.
There was no body
No
damage?
body
or-
damage.
No scratches, no,
Well, there was no insurance claim put in it. The majority of the damage was on the door. It just took off the exterior scene lights.
What was damaged on the truck?
Exterior scene lights on the officer side.
Yeah, 'cause I thought there was some body damage as well.
there was. I mean,
I remember
there was
that.
some damage.
I would have to go and look. I mean, there wasn't anything
Yeah.
appreciable that I noticed, and, I mean, we all looked at it, but
No, I remember, was it last month, there was an insurance claim, correct? You
It
got
was a
that
couple
was
months ago.
That was on our side.
that was on our side. What was it for?
We don't know because we didn't make the claim.
Who made the claim?
They did.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how it all worked out because, and I had asked Jessica about that. A claim was made, we received a payment, and they said it was for the damage that was done, I'm assuming, to the building. And they subtracted our deductible, so we got $1,087. But I had asked her for that claim and who made it. Was there an estimate involved?
that would have been, Jerry, when your door guy was out here, and we wouldn't have certainly
We
sought
did.
out a claim for the building
That was,
ourselves.
when that door people here were there, not here to put a claim in for
We
that,
have
or
not.
a quote in for that door.
Called a building company to come out here and give
Well,
us.
that's why I was
Well, I
asking
think what
because,
happened is again, I could be wrong, and Jessica's not here. I think maybe she called, if I'm right, your truck insurance and our house insurance is all the same insurance company.
It's the same insurance.
Same insurance company, and I think she called to make a claim, and it sounds like they pushed it towards us, towards the building insurance versus the truck.
Okay. There again, I
And
can't.
so nobody on this board
Which none of it should
submitted
have
that
come.
claim. And I don't think she was trying to do that. I think she just called to make the claim, and they made the decision themselves, the insurance company.
Okay.
So we probably need to call the insurance company and ask them about the claim and what they were paying for, because the paperwork we got did not show. It
Yeah, they
just
never
showed-
gave us anything.
Because we shouldn't
I mean, to
have
my
paid for
knowledge,
anything.
Well,
Correct.
it could be. Sometimes it's the building's the building. I
Yeah.
mean,
It's our building.
It's an accident.
Yeah.
But it's our building and we have $1,000 deductible.
Yes, we
So,
understand.
I
yes.
get that, but like
But
if
they-
somebody drove off the road and hit this building,
it's on their,
it's on their insurance, not ours.
Right, but
But it's our
it was-
truck.
it was our truck.
Not our, not our driver, not our driver.
I know, but it's our
It's-
truck.
It's all the same, you know, yeah.
Yes, anyways.
So, I
think we're
understand
gonna
that
beat
we
them
probably
one way or
need to
another.
check with it and see what they were paying for.
We need to look at the truck, we need to figure this out.
It's got some damage on the rear diamond plate near the light that was hit.
But you just went out and looked.
Yeah, it's totally cracked at the scene.
Okay.
There was something down low too, I thought.
I didn't see anything.
No.
Real dark maybe.
and those cabinets, the three on that truck, they're welded together in compartments, so there are 3 different compartments on that apparatus. So it could be, I'd be glad to go out and have a look.
I'm just surprised they paid a claim without
No,
pictures or something, or
Agreed.
a proposal
Right.
saying this
I
is
said,
what
we
it's
didn't
gonna
submit the
cost.
claim, so sorry. I'm guessing it was chief. that
Other
did
than
it.
perhaps making a phone call, asking about,
Right. They sent somebody out and did it and sent us a check, and we were like, well, what's this for?
What's this for?
I mean,
They said-
nobody said anything to us.
yeah, usually I'd have been, me or the chief would have been in the loop on something like that,
Yeah.
and she hasn't mentioned anything to me, other than maybe verifying a phone call to BFIS, say, hey, this is what happened. But as far as getting a representative out here, to my knowledge, nobody's ever been out here.
Well, like I said, I'm just surprised they paid a claim without an estimate on the damage, somebody coming or taking a picture of the damage. How did they know what the damage was if they didn't even see a picture of it?
I have no idea.
And I know we didn't know anything about it, so. We had talked about whether the truck would need to be covered under theirs and the building under ours, but didn't ever do anything.
I'll call them and see if we can figure out what that was all about.
But you guys ordered the lights though, correct?
Yes, sir.
You
We
guys
have it.
ordered the lights.
I'll make a phone call and report back and see what was going on. Set myself a reminder to do that.
yeah, I saw that. So has the ice machine been overheating multiple times,
It just
Scott? Or
started,
just,
sure.
that's just, okay, just a one-time deal so far at this point, but
What do you mean
yeah.
it works on ice machine?
Does
I
anybody
do,
know
there's a local,
anybody?
I know somebody.
Oh, that's right, I'll run it.
Yeah, kind
You
of.
got it.
But I'll get a quote, I would just get a
Yeah.
quote and then we'll.
So you know somebody who works on ice
Excellent.
machines,
Yes, ma'am.
that's good.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have anybody.
Yeah.
Unless somebody has.
Okay,
And it's got 3 big filters on the back.
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
I'll get a
So I'll
hold of
put
it.
down that you're.
Get a quote.
Okay. Anything else?
Just had we got one firefighter out on workman's comp. And then we just had C&W deliver fuel last week, so our fuel tank's full.
And they sent us the bill, which
I don't know why they keep doing that.
I don't either.
I know that we
They keep
told
doing
them
it.
multiple times. We
Yeah.
pay it for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know where the disconnect is.
well, every time you call them, they say, oh, yeah, that should have gone, you know, they
Because we call
won't
them,
fix that.
send bill, on fire, where am I delivering it, 1-4.
Yeah.
Scott, let me ask you on that fuel tank, how is it secured?
Multiple locks on the pumping, on the actual pump itself. And then there's also a lock on the fill port of the tank as well.
And we have a camera
No,
that
sir,
watches
it's
it
a
too.
combination lot.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, we have a camera on
Yes,
that
sir,
too.
yes. It's a combination lot. So I mean, if somebody wanted to get in there with bolt cutters, I mean, you're not gonna stop at a good.
Yeah, I know, I get that, but I don't know if it was a key or if it was a combo.
No, it's a combination.
Combination. So somebody leaves and comes in, even though we got a camera on there, we could still have access to that tank at some point in time that may have a combination of that?
Potentially, yes, sir. I mean, although those lots can be reset, but I mean, I can't say that we've reset them since we've installed them.
Okay.
When they came, did they put anything in the generator?
Not that I'm aware, I didn't order.
I heard it beeping when I walked through
See,
here.
that's the other thing they're supposed to do, when they fill up that, they're supposed to fill up the generator.
Okay,
They're supposed to send us the bill for the generator, send you guys a bill
okay.
for the tank.
The last time I looked at the tank, I want to say it was like 71%.
That's 22% right now.
That's why it's beeping.
That's why it's
That's why it's beeping. And when did they come and fill up the tank? Well, last week you said?
This, earlier, end of last week, I think it was.
All right.
So did you get the bill?
Yeah, it's
Because I
sent to me.
didn't.
No, they sent to
Normally I
me.
do, but
I'll also call them and tell them to come fill up the generator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last item, was there anything you wanted to add on that? I just saw it was on your list, that's all.
No, sir.
Jerry, did y'all know about the firefighter?
No? That's why I was,
Got a question, this firefighter that got hurt, what happened? Because we don't know anything about what happened with that.
It was a shoulder injury on the scene, but I don't have anything.
Shoulder?
it's on workers' comp.
how soon, when, how recent or when?
I know she went to the doctor initially last week, and then I think again this week for a follow-up.
So it was just the last couple of weeks?
Yes, sir. She's on light duty.
When was the injury for?
I don't have the report, sir.
Shoulder injury, but, yeah.
Was it
Well, you
daytime,
said
night?
shoulder, right? You said
Yes.
shoulder? Yeah.
Daytime, nighttime?
Sir, I wish I could tell, I don't have that report.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
No, sir.
All right.
We did get,
Yes, sir.
we got notice from Chief Martinez that she did resign, effective October 1st. I'm not
Okay.
sure if that went to you guys or not.
It made its way back to us somehow. I don't know.
So her last,
Levi told us.
so her last day is October 1st?
October 1st.
She picked up a job up,
But she's already got a job?
yeah.
So when does she start up there?
I am not sure when she starts.
Monday.
I heard Monday.
Monday?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
not
All
aware.
right, well, good for her.
Good.
Yeah.
Just wanted to let y'all know in case the contingency for if we do go over it first, we need to think through that.
Is that part of the reason why she's not here tonight? I'm just curious.
No, I wouldn't know why she's not here. I think she has a family emergency.
Oh, okay.
But,
Hope everything's okay.
yeah. Oh, is it? Okay. She had something to do as well.
She was doing the drug test for Leon Valentin.
I'm sorry?
She was doing the drug test for Leon Valentin as well.
Yeah, she's taking.
Oh, okay.
Anything else? Nothing else, move on to old business. Just discuss the financial audits. One thing with the financial audits, just want to, the auditors talk to us and just want to make sure with the chief, the bookkeeper going, who has access to QuickBooks now? Who's running your books?
Chief has been running the books.
Okay.
I have access to it, but I don't have full access. I can just
But
view
she's
it.
getting ready to leave, so who is? Now, the rest of the auditor's concerned with is somebody, we need to make sure somebody still has full access to the books.
And they need to have access to it so they can do their
And the
audit.
book, and they need to have access to it to complete, we still have to finish these audits that we've already started.
Okay, so we'll work through that. Our treasurer also, treasurer of the board resigned as well. So we'll work through that. We'll find somebody that can take that.
Because she's the only one that has full access, then she has to grant it to somebody else, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
She has the admin license.
And you guys, being the board, can direct her to do that?
Yes.
You need to have administrative rights.
Yeah. You guys need to get something, you need to have that. Okay.
And there will be times that the auditors do need the actual paperwork, like invoices and things like that. I think Jessica said there is a bin or something that has most of the records for 23, 24, and then you'd have the new ones for 24, 25. Those are the 2 years that we will for sure have. They have the audit they're working on, they finished in review, and they will be sending us a draft hopefully in the next week
Yeah,
on
very soon.
that audit. So
For which years?
that's for
23,
22, 23.
Oh, 22, 23.
Okay.
I've got some questions about
Yes.
the financial report. I know we kind of skipped around, but just some things come to mind. But
Okay.
I know this says for August. You still have paid firefighters are going to be paid out by the end of September, correct? Is that going to cover, funds are going to cover all of that for the end of September? Through the end of September, Eric?
I have not talked to Chief about that. Steve, I'll certainly get with him on that.
Okay. I mean, just something that we need to make sure everything's taken care of.
Yeah, and certainly take care of any bills up through.
I mean, I
September.
respect the fact that she's looking for another job because things are ending, but there's still expectations that need to be had here. And then, I'll be very honest, the way it feels right now, we're just, oh, hey, you know what, I'm out the door, not y'all, other folks, and we don't have the information that we need that we should have.
Well, we'll get with her tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, yes, sir.
Yeah, so we'll certainly loop around with you guys through email or a phone call, let y'all know what happens with it.
How does that work as far as with ESD funds and a separate account, if we closing out this?
May have to check with Dean on that.
Yeah, I don't know, to be
Yeah,
honest.
this is the first you've had to deal with it, so.
Well, I
Yeah, we just have to make sure that all bills are covered before.
Right. So everybody in here, I'm questioning what, we have a separate accounts now for ESD funds. I'm curious to know, there's $86,000 in it, is that correct? That's in the
That's correct.
ESD account. This contract's gonna end, I'm curious to know what those funds go. Because those are taxpayers' money,
Of course.
so. And that's why I was just making, if there's any outstanding bills or anything like that, I'm just whatever that needs to be paid out by that, or however, we need to make sure that that's being paid out.
Yeah, by September 30th.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Mr. Bowers and I actually, he has some things that he needs to sign. We're gonna go over that just to make sure that
Okay.
everything's coming out of the right accounts and that there is money in the accounts to cover
Yes, sir.
those expenses.
Okay.
So how many do you have left on your board? 2 or 3?
Just-
Let me see, Hill, Medina, you and I? Four.
All right, that's good.
And Mr. Saul's, actually his is effective September 30th, so he hasn't been around for personal reasons, but I mean, he's still available as far as I know, based on his resignation.
I know he's been, I hope he's okay, I know he's been under the weather, so I hope he's getting on the road to recovery,
Yes.
Okay. Is that it, Jerry?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Security updates. We've got any updates on that? What are we doing there for security updates?
Is that something they looked at yesterday?
Today,
You looked at today?
sir.
Do you have anything to add for that? Anything that was
This door
discovered?
here and the front door here are looking to get new keypads. They're gonna get a quote in tomorrow. We'll go from there.
Okay. And the firehouse door, that's Jerry, that's something you were handling.
Yes, so all the maintenance was performed, the PMs were performed. Unfortunately, when I called you about the cable stuff, they had left by the time we got back to them. There's a quote in right now for, I think it's a little over $1,500 that they need to come in and replace the cables, the cables on one door.
Okay.
They never did get back to me. I don't believe that what you and I talked about on the eyes were part of the original estimate.
Yes, sir.
That. So but I'm still addressing and trying to have that conversation with them right now. So
Yes, sir.
if we want to, I can pull up the quote. I apologize, I should have had it printed out. I didn't.
Was it the large?
We had several of the doors, Chief Powers, that weren't operating correctly.
Sir?
We had several of the doors that weren't operating correctly, so we had a maintenance company come in and just do maintenance on all of them.
Okay.
Had some broken welds, things like that.
Yeah, they've repaired a lot of
That
that.
got repaired, correct? And that door, that's the middle one in the large bay, correct?
Yeah, that's all been taken care of. That was taken care of.
That's on overhead doors?
Yes, roll-up door.
And that's been working fine?
Yes, sir.
All those.
Only problem that we have is where the reading indicator lights are mounted on the rails.
2 doors.
So when the doors go up and
The
down,
locks on the
they
doors.
miss a
Well,
line.
if he had somebody that could repair them, but if he's got somebody, I
Gotcha.
don't know, step on
Not the,
his toes.
not the best thing when
They,
you get out in a hurry, or when you leave and you want a security build.
Right. And that's one of the things that they approached us about was, what did they call that? It was a curtain?
Yeah, we didn't go with that,
Yeah.
Ken. We did not approve that.
We didn't approve it.
No, we did not.
But they had suggested to get like a longer eye curtain, because some of those trucks, if you got the eye down a foot off the ground, the bumper sticks out up higher than that, so. These curtains would be, what, 6 foot?
I remember right, they were 6 foot tall.
Yeah, 6
To
foot
cover
tall,
the
so
bumper,
whatever
it's gonna
apparatus
go
is
through.
parked, you know, however tall it is, it would
I can't
catch.
find it. I know I have it, but I can't find it.
It would catch that
Of course,
motion.
when I
You
need
never
it.
can when you want
Huh?
to. Never can find it when you want to.
Give me a few minutes and I'll
That's
find
fine.
it. We'll go back to it.
All right. Moving on, and I believe, Ken, you've got something to add to this, new business contract negotiations with ESD number 1.
Yes, we sat down with Chief Cook and Chief Powers and Chief Windsor yesterday, and got a lot of good information about moving forward. You know, there's a lot that's going to be coming, upgrading, and we talked about radios and the equipment. One of the things we talked about is CBA as well, the cascade system, and I believe he's got a plan for that as well. And just a lot of positive things. I don't know what else you want to.
Well, I know Ken
else
Campbell's
would be
involved in this, our attorney, which is also their attorney, and he's,
So the one thing that Chief Cook mentioned, and it was basically we need the interagency agreement, because of a conflict of agreement between all 3 agencies that he would be assisting with us on. That's got to get signed. And so that was the one thing that he is working with Ken on right now about that. So that's the first thing that we need to get signed.
that's with ESD 1, 2, and 4.
1, 2, and 4, that is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
We also spoke about the ISO. Made the call back yesterday to talk to
Mr. Downey.
our ISO slayer,
Mr.
Mr.
Downey.
Downey. And he said there was a lot of information he was not able to get back from requests. I don't know were you involved in any of that?
Yes, sir.
With it? A lot of information he wasn't able to get to finish his report. Whether there was no information, he doesn't know. Do you have any idea on some of that?
I know some of the information that is still missing, but I know when I spoke with Chief Cook yesterday, he indicated that he had made contact with Mr. Dowdy. So I'm not sure.
So they know which information anyways to move forward with that?
Yeah.
They know which one?
I mean, I was part of the conversation with someone, you and I talked about it. They didn't get the information that was needed, and our ISO was going to change drastically because of information that was not delivered.
Right.
Without going into that, I'm just,
If the information was not, if we could not recover the information and we didn't have proof of tests and things being done, that could drastically diminish our ISO rating. One of the things that I believe happened was was it pump and hose? What was the
Testing, hose testing.
pump testing and hose testing that was not done this year? It has not been done from this contract. So Chief Cook has somebody coming out to some of their stations to get that done for his stations, and they're supposed to come out here Friday and get the ones
are you
done
aware of
here.
anything about that? no documentation that we've had it done possibly, or?
Pump testing, yes, I know, I think it's Sharp that does our hose testing. They missed us, they were in the loop when they were somewhere out in Arizona, out west, and they were gonna catch us on the way back in. But I am not aware of anything going on for Friday, because they generally will do the hose testing at the high school, and they need a big enough parking lot for
Right.
150.
I understand that.
But I have no idea about anything going on Friday.
Yeah, I just found out.
Yeah, so you're just finding this
I
out
just found
today, but that was part of the requirement of the contract. Am I
Yes.
understanding that?
That would be 1,500 or 2,500? Do you know? Do you know what that cost was going to be?
I do not know.
I think it was 1,500, 2,500. I think it was 15.
Whatever the dollar
But
amount.
that would not be on us. That would be
Whatever,
on
yeah.
the fire department. But that's part of the contract, yes.
Is that something that we're gonna have done possibly on Friday, and we're gonna give them the bill to pay?
I believe so.
Do you have documentation for the pump testing?
I'm looking for it right now, sir. As of January 30th, 2025, I have one on engine 8120. That's the 1910 pump test. Def hose. Same for engine 8220.
82.
Yeah, they were both done in January.
Yes.
January 30th. 2025.
January 30th?
Yes, sir.
So the pump tests have been done, just not the hose tests.
Correct. They're done by different organizations. Yes, sir.
They was scheduled, but they never made it, we just never, this never came down the pipe.
It was scheduled, but while everything else was imploding around here.
Sure.
It,
Come on.
yeah, it just got, and they missed us and Jordanton. So I think his name is Steve Sharp from Sharp Hose Testing. I talked to him on the phone. He goes, yeah, my crews are heading out west. I'll give you a call when we're coming back through your area.
Did you guys use the same diesel? No, use somebody different.
Yeah.
So anyways, those were a lot of the things that came out. Yesterday we were talking about things that they've been stopping by, communicating with the current staff, bringing up some of those items, and part of that was the ISO. The lack of documentation.
Chief Powers, do y'all now have a list of what's required, or what's still needing to be filled out, or not?
I do have what is delinquent
Okay,
as of your last report,
okay.
if you want to know that.
Is it a long list?
No, there's 4.
Okay. I'm ready, I got nothing, go for it.
Emergency reporting, which is any report for a fire or EMS report. You're at a 0.3 out of 3, which is not that big. Company personnel, 2.69 out of 15. So you're missing some points there, which will be fixed whenever we come on and have a full staff every day. So that can be reevaluated. One that we have talked about, and it's always going to be an issue with ISO, is training. As soon as those crews come on, that's going to be fixed. There's going to be thorough reporting, and it's going to be 3-4 hours a day that there's training going on. So you're at a 1.29 out of 9.
And so come 1st of October, we should be, what would you expect that to be raised to with the?
I can't give you a number on that through their evaluation, but that's a yearly thing that they're going to draw all those numbers through.
And so talking with the chief cook yesterday, he did say that come October 1, we will be staffed.
Correct.
We would not have to worry about any over staffing.
And also, Chief Powers, you start Monday, correct?
Correct.
You'll start working Monday.
My last day as a battalion chief is Sunday morning at 0600, and I'll start on Monday. So, no rest.
And we think,
That's right.
You gonna be able to handle the difference in the commute?
Oh, man. 7 minutes with traffic.
do we know,
You gotta watch the
like, Ken Campbell, you're on all that help?
Yep, right on that curve.
Contract, go see him.
The first thing we have to do is.
654.
Right across the street.
That's that's the first thing has to be signed.
No, it's the agreement, shoot, what do they call it, conflict of interest. That's the first one that has to be signed.
That's what that.
Yeah, a lot of
Conflict of
work.
interest, and then the interdepartmental.
Yeah, okay.
Would that be something we need Ken to look at?
Yes, Ken.
Put it together.
He's putting it all together.
Yeah, he has it all, he just, that's, the first step is that, the first signing of
Add one more.
Oh, good.
Yes, sorry,
Water supply system. We talked about
which
this.
is on the city, correct?
Yep, you're at 10.89 out of 30. So you're missing 20.7.
Debbie, can
You
you
talking
speak
about
to
water
that?
hydrants?
Is it the hydrants?
Hydrants are in good shape.
that's
That's
new.
not so much.
Okay, I'm shocked.
Now, flow testing is a different story. There has to be records of those flow tests done, which we'll jump into that when we're doing pre-fire planning. We'll also do hydrant testing. We have a system that maps out all the hydrants in the city, and we showed you yesterday.
Yes, sir, I
what
saw
those-
it.
I think it was 3 years ago they started that, and they did, what, 126 or 125? And they found 7 bad ones, which I was surprised it was that low a number. And then everything started happening, and we've got the drought, and everybody's
There
trying to
was a
save
time when
water.
was reported to me that upwards of 50% of the hydrants weren't working.
Well,
There was a time that, now I never
That
confirmed
could have been a
it
while
was
ago,
reported
but I
to
know
me at one
the-
time. Yeah.
when Greg did the first test since I was a council person, he did the first test, and it was like 7. So I was surprised. I thought it'd be way more.
Yeah, I think the most I've heard right now is there's one line that doesn't supply enough to an outer section. Do you,
And I've provided Mr. Dowdy with the water department's diameter of all their new water mains, their feeder mains, where all their hydrants are going to be private and public. So he has that mapping
but
system.
yeah, it's just that I think there was some inadequate, not with the documentation, but there was some things in one area that wasn't getting enough flow. Too short a diameter, yes, or too small a diameter.
For hydrants, you actually had 3 out of 3. It's the inspection and flow testing that's a problem. You're at 2.4 out of 7.
Who's responsible for that right now? Do we know?
Inspections is fire department. Flow testing, we just had, the city is going to do that because they're redoing the entire grid. So they're going to do the initial flow test on everything.
There was also a time when the city would not allow the fire department to test the hydrants. They said that every time the fire department jarred those hydrants because of the asbestos pipes, that it would
They did.
disturb them and
Yeah.
get higher asbestos ratings.
They did ask us not to hydrant test because of the sediment in the water line multiple times.
Yep.
I do believe that,
The
I
city
mean,
told me
and
that.
that's,
Yeah.
And that's not gonna change for a long, long, long time.
in talking to some of the firefighters, they were talking about the debris in the lines.
oh, sir, gloves come out. If you see what comes out of our strainers on our engines, you'd be surprised.
I would think would.
We have really good rocks out here that come through our, even though we have 1/4-inch strainers on most of them.
Yeah.
But you get something like that through a pump, and pumps don't like that stuff at all.
Wow.
That's why they usually have multiple inline strainers.
Okay, well, it sounds like to me between Chief Cook and Ken Campbell, and Ken, you're working with them on that. So
Yeah.
Jerry is there, we're gonna be manned by October 1 and we'll get to the house.
Yes, that'd be correct.
Okay. right.
We will have coverage.
Okay, the last item is the volunteer fire department has asked to put this on the agenda. You know, they've been running a training school here for, I don't know how many years now, quite a few years, and have asked to be able to continue to do that. Is that something y'all are prepared to discuss, or?
Yes, we can discuss it.
No, you can stop.
Did I say that out loud?
Do you have it? Do you know anything about it?
The only class that I knew that was coming up,
Pearsall.
Pearsall.
Correct,
So
and that got,
that one got postponed until things got rectified, but no, certainly not prepared to discuss that at the moment.
Scott, you know anything about that?
I think it's part of the 501(c)(3) that we would like to keep offering EMT and fire academies.
Who's the coordinator for that?
Chief Martinez right now.
So is she going to continue to do that?
She certainly could if she was hired out to do that, yes, sir. Or if you got a fire instructor, 1, 2, or 3, can teach the fire academies.
As of now, she had one scheduled for October 15th.
EMT class, or do we know what it
Yeah,
was?
I believe it was EMT.
There was both.
Is both?
She was maybe advised to put a short pause on that for now, until we,
I mean, that would be my recommendation, that's just me personally, is this,
Yes,
let,
sir.
you know, let the water clear and get things smooth. Let Mr. Powers get in his position where he has time to talk to you guys and get his head wrapped around what's going on here. And then I think since they're gonna be managing, that it should be a conversation we have at a later date.
Yes, sir.
So you guys can discuss that and can decide.
Agreed.
that would give you time to figure out what,
Well, also what's going to happen with the 501(c)(3), you know, as the Devine Volunteer Fire Department. You know, are we going to, because you have ESD1 coming over for fire protection, but the 501(c)(3) is still there, still needs to be managed. We have income that's being generated from the code enforcement, although that will not take place in this firehouse in any way, shape, or form. I have a pickup, I have uniforms for our certified code enforcement officers that'll be taking over that for the city, not during their duty hours, during their 96s that they are off, as well as the lease income from the old fire station. So there's still that aspect of the fire department that needs to be chewed on and
Well, the board would still be running it. I mean, the board is still over all that, so the
And
503(c) can still continue with their board.
it was our understanding from Chief Cook that he still saw a home and a place for the volunteers, that they're still gonna be needed. And so the
Yes, sir.
501(c)(3) is still gonna be needed to
Okay.
manage that. To me, the only difference is you're not gonna have funding from the ESD, but you're not gonna have the expense that you did before.
correct.
And so it's gonna go back to the way it was for 100 years around here, just being a volunteer fire department. And then now the coordination of that's gonna be maybe slightly different on how that's, I don't know, that part is gonna have to be worked out between Mr. Powers and you guys. You know, figuring out where that mix is and where everybody fits. And from talking to Chief Cook, I haven't had any conversations with Chief Powers yet, but my understanding is that they have an open mind and they're gonna work with you guys on that and figure that out.
That's my understanding as well, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
both Jerry and I asked for that to be a priority in the beginning. I mean, I know there's a lot of other things to be covered, but that's an important topic, and it's something that really needs to be addressed right up front. So they're working on it, but yes, sir.
Chief Cook and I and him had a conversation today, I'll bring P1, about the involvement with volunteers and his involvement, and we're open to it, and we want guys to come out. It's not something that's gonna go away.
And gals. Guys and gals.
I mean, we want it here, you know, we
Yes.
don't want to do away with anything, we want involvement with the volunteer fire department, so. There may be an option of, you know, we talked about rank, may not be there, but a liaison that deals with, between the company officer that's at the station and the volunteers to make it work the right way.
Now, is that something that you guys, the volunteers and the paid staff can train together, or?
It's encouraged.
Okay.
We want every single person that shows up to a fire scene, you're not going to know the difference in whether they're paid or volunteer, because we train so much together.
Which is a good thing,
Yes.
obviously, for, I mean, even for the individuals.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to you, Debbie. You said you had something to say, but
You haven't brought the item up, so
What I do,
Next is to
That's
the
all
next
that's on.
meeting?
We
That's
just
it.
finished our agenda.
oh, great. You don't need to hear from me anymore.
Yay, no, I mean,
okay. Yeah, that's our
Okay,
last-
Ken.
that's
I know
our
where you
last-
live.
Last agenda item. So, okay. With that, like I said, I haven't met you, Chief Powers. I mean, you're here tonight. I appreciate you being here. Is there anything you want to say or have to say, or
I
just
was-
taking notes and listening?
I was observing,
Okay.
providing what I could.
All right, thank you.
I appreciate you being here.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else here?
Well, we need to have a meeting to sign papers and approve any local agreement and all that.
Awesome. I'll just wait for that to happen, and then we can have a call meeting and we can do that. Because I don't know when that's exactly happening.
Just want to
Ken
send it to you.
Ken will let us know which contract we need to sign and when, and we need to have a meeting to do that. with the NSF.
Yeah, I mean,
You would need 72 hours.
I told him that I would probably be, I mean, Jerry can take time off.
Yeah.
But if he needs to contact anyone, that I'm usually available. And then if he needs Jerry to take time off.
And I can too, if it's a tear or whatever, you know, so just, I'll be always available.
Because the thing is, if y'all are having a meeting to approve it, to sign it, you have to have
Yeah, we gotta have an
72
actual-
hours.
Oh, absolutely, yes, yeah, but
And it really
they'll,
needs to be done before 30.
Chief Cook will let me know when he gets, Ken Campbell has the first part done, whether he can get the first part and then we just go right to the second part. I'm not sure.
You should ask
how
your
fast.
attorney, you may not need to have a meeting since you've already approved going with the contract. I'm just saying you may not have to have a meeting just to sign the interlocal agreement because that's part of the contract. So y'all can do
We've
that.
already been talking, this is a discussion already with Ken, with our attorney.
Yeah, I know, they're talking about having another meeting to sign the contract.
Oh, yeah,
the interlocal. And I
Where
don't
you
think
guys
they're
at
gonna
with
need
it?
to
Yeah,
have
I don't even know what that, we're not gonna do a contract, we're doing.
It's not a contract.
It's not a contract, but
The
what I'm saying
interlocal
is
agreement has to be between.
they approved
three
the whole
ESDs
agreement
first.
idea
Yeah.
and a price and blah, blah, blah. You may not have to have another meeting just to sign the interlocal agreement, is what I'm saying.
Right.
So ask your attorney, because I'm pretty sure you don't have to have one. Because it was already voted
Yeah,
on.
we'll let them lead us down that path.
Yeah.
See what we need to do. Okay. Well, we have our next meeting, unless we need one sooner, which we'll let that happen, it's gonna happen. But for now, our next stated meeting will be the third Tuesday, which is the 21st of October at 7 p.m. 21st. That,
I got a peanut gallery question for you. Maybe this is a question for the chief and just as a coordination piece. One of the benefits of changing the systems over and all the certifications or the grading that we're going to be able to see out of for the fire side, I anticipate is going to give us more favorable insurance rates for the homeowners in the district. So about how long do you guys anticipate, or do you know it's going to take in order to start seeing that reflected, and we can tell people to start talking to their insurance companies about this, that hey, we're doing these things. Like one of the things, staging a truck over at our building. Just
all that's gonna have to do with the ISO rating changing.
Correct,
Until the
yeah.
ISO rating changes, it's
That's scheduled for August of next year.
August of next year.
Okay.
As of right now.
So I think, Steve, contingent on it, as the ISO getting all of the information, which they don't have right now. And that's what Chief Powers and Chief Cook and Woods are gonna try to work on trying to get all of that with what we have right now.
Well, August is, that's a key one right there. August of next year
Yes, sir.
is what we're going to see.
Our goal is to do as much improvement as we can between now and then so that the new ISO rating will improve significantly.
Ideally is that if there's, increases to people's taxing, it's going to be, at least some portion of that gets to be offset by a reduction in their insurance. Yeah.
Right.
That's going to have critical for the folks that live within the city of Devine.
It's just-
Those out in the county and the country are still going to be, they're 10 to 10 wise, so.
Yeah, we're always at risk. That's part of living out there.
But from when Mr. Dowdy,
You take that risk there.
Take the risk.
when Mr. Dowdy was here, we're 6 wide, 10. He was thinking, possibly a 4 or even higher with some low hanging fruit. But there is some homework that still needs to be done, so. But it should definitely, our ISO rating should increase up higher, which is the good number.
The smaller number.
The highest that we can get is a 5.
The smaller you go, the better.
That's right. Correct.
Yes.
For residential, the highest you can get is 5. For some of our commercial buildings, you can get a 3 and a 1, but a lot of that's going to be dependent on where they're located in town.
Chief, you had something?
So, in my last department, we went from a 3 to a 1. And I don't want to ruffle any feathers at all and make anybody freak out, but it took time. There's a lot that goes into it. They need a full year of training records. They need the water supply and all that I talked about. So, we'll hit the ground running on Monday, but some of that will improve by August. So,
Training records, will the firefighters will carry over with them? Or will it start October 1st?
I'll have to look at the numbers and how
I
that's,
believe they're on a calendar year.
that's one of the biggest items I had to look at was volunteer rostering and training hours. So Monday, that's going to be one of the first things I'll look at. I'm not sure what system you use yet, so,
Image trend.
okay.
Garrett, you gonna be around Monday?
I can look at my schedule, make sure.
Okay. Are you familiar with image trend, sir?
Yeah, we use image trend for our training and medical records.
So I don't know if there's anything, we already talked about some things that they've got in motion already. The cameras and tracking systems, correct? They're ordered already for 2 trucks. They already got that on order. And that's, and you're looking at getting a phone that's going to be a county phone, county line here, correct? And we talked about that. They're already, the wheels are in motion, ready to go.
Who handles the security as far as the cameras and stuff here in the building? Who has access? You handle
I
it?
have access to it because it's through our company, but they have, I guess, chief, who else has it? Y'all have that for that?
It's just the chief and myself.
Okay, so we'll just need to transfer that over to Chief Powers
Right.
for that.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Let's adjourn this meeting in a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
Nay.
Carried. You're all voted.
I don't